How's it? Today is Monday, January 10th, and it's a snatch workout today. It's literally 5% increase from last week. So last week was 70%. I think it's like 74 power snatch triples, and then 5% up from everything else. So 5% up on the banded snatch deadlift, 5% up on that snatch push press complex. Uh, Not super difficult as far as weights that I'm executing on. I think that I'm fairly confident that I could power snatch 80 for triples. So 79's obviously 1 kilo less than that. Um, some of them were not the best. Some of them were actually very close to not being power snatches, and they were all on my third attempt, or my third rep of each set. And it's just like at that point, my upper body is a little bit tired, and I know that that's the reason why volume works, because it sort of exposes my weaknesses and forces me to either be more strict on them, or it just honestly forces growth. And I'm here for it. Another silly thing that happened today. Another silly thing. Another thing that happened today that was silly. Um, was I ended up hitting my forehead on the way down from my power snatches. Not a great look. Not a great look at all. But it was on my last set, and then there's a little red mark on my forehead right now. Um, I'm lucky I'm not going to work today, because I think that it would look bad and or look funny. Um, but yeah, I'm very embarrassed, to say the least, that I'm that I did that. This is I've been lifting for so long. I've been lifting for at least 11 years. Um, Potentially longer if you want to consider like when I first learned how to power clean and all these things. My freshman year of high school. But here is the first set at 79. This is the kind of questionable one there. Um, yeah, I think they are all. Other than that, I think they're all pretty good. I'm focusing on trying to keep my upper body tight, my upper body in tension from the ground. Similar to what I was thinking about last week. I kind of figured it out more on Wednesday for the clean, because it's a little bit easier to execute on the clean, but it's the same idea. Here you see me pulling in, just pull in there. And you can see how fast that moves, and the extension is not wasting energy. I don't know why I split my feet like that. It's not a great look when that happens. I'm not a starfish. I'm not a football player. Um, I'm better than that, and so I feel so embarrassed when I do that. But here's my fourth set, and then we're two away from the famous, infamous weightlifter forehead bonk. I'm just lucky that I actually didn't do it on the way up. I think if I did it on the way up, I probably would have gotten seriously hurt. Um, I probably would have knocked myself out in some capacity, or like disoriented myself. And if that's happening, then that's not a good look at all. And then like in case that happens, then maybe when I end up letting go of the bar or whatever, then the bar um, might actually land dangerously. So first rep here, I hit myself on the second rep. So this is good. Oh, you see it there. Oh, and it hurt. It hurt. I'm just trying to gather my composure and make sure I make this last one. Um, and yeah, it's so silly. After that, I moved into my snatch deadlifts, banded snatch deadlifts. Super, super easy here. I'm, again, trying my best to keep that sort of lifting through my wrists, or like lifting like Lasha is what I've kind of grown to like calling it. Some people call it pointing my knuckles down. It I'm trying my best to maintain that position, especially as it gets to the top of here, because that's when the band has its most weight on there. And when the band has the most weight on it, it's a little bit harder than it is at the bottom for my hands to maintain that position. So I'm just working my best to try to do that. And then my third set here, it's more of the same here. Yep. Nothing too much else to say here. And then after this, I move into my snatch push press overhead squat complex. I am just trying my best to keep a solid overhead position, because I think that is the sort of the point of these. I don't think I'm gonna be push pressing super heavy weights. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying my best to improve my overhead positioning here and just be more stable. Kind of similar to what I was saying earlier in the video, was that with the high volume, five is a lot, right? So towards the end of this, the overhead squat for the positioning overhead itself is going to be the most difficult, because that's when I'm the most tired. So I'm just trying my best to make sure that I'm not lazy. Here's 80, and then 100 is my last set. Yeah, I can do these unbroken. I don't know when I'm gonna get to the point where I can't do them unbroken. I think maybe 110 is probably gonna be that area, but I have not yet to reach there, so it is what it is. Finish off with some pull-ups and then my GHD sit-ups. I mean, another super high volume day in the books. I think that, given how much I know Steven, how I know he likes the program, I think he's probably going to have me do this sort of rep range, rep scheme for 3 weeks. Maybe 4 weeks if I can push it, but 3 weeks is probably going to be it. So we'll see what happens in 2 weeks from time. But that's it for today. And yeah, thank you for watching. Shoots.